visible and authentic.
Through my positive thoughts, I attract positive outcome in life.
Through my positive thoughts, I attract positive life.
A new circle of victory, success, and prosperity has replaced the old circle of poverty and failure.
A
new circle of victory, success, and
prosperity has replaced the circle of poverty and failure.
I am blessed, I have no lack.
I am blessed, I have no lack.
I have more than enough to give over and above all my needs.
I have more than enough to give over and above all my needs.
Everyone I show my business will join me now or later.
Everyone I show my business now or later.
Now or later.
I am bigger than any challenge that comes to me.
I'm bigger than any challenge
to me.
I am committed to constantly learning and growing.
I am committed to constantly
learning and growing.
With God by my side and smart work, I will achieve all my dreams.
With God
by my side and smart work, I will achieve
all my dreams.
I am a visionary leader. Who are you?
I am a visionary leader.
Who are you?
I am a visionary leader.
All right.
We don't just learn.
Who are you?
I am a visionary leader.
We don't just learn.
We do.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, God bless you, Irene, and everybody else who did that. Yeah, I think there was quite some energy in that declaration. Now, some of you still don't understand why we do declaration. That's why you log out before the closing declaration. And that's why you log in late, thinking that declaration is going to take time, right? Think declaration will take time and you don't need to do the declaration with us. You can simply just coast in anytime you like, get the content of the meeting, steal it away and go. I'll tell you something. Every single self-help book that you read, for those of you who read, I know many of you don't read. I know that many of us don't read because the trade or business or work we do does not require that we read, and reading can be time consuming. I understand that. But you see, this business forces you to read. It forces you to learn. It forces you to grow. How many of you want to grow? I'm sure everybody here wants to grow. This business forces you to grow. Now, it might surprise you to know that the first book I ever read from beginning to end, I mean, a self-help book that is not a fiction. You know, a fiction is like a story you enjoy reading. It's like watching a movie. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about book, proper book that will help you to grow, that will teach you new concepts, that will guide you towards becoming a new version of yourself. The first one I read was not in 2016 when I joined this business. The first book hardcover that I read from beginning to end was in 2017, a year after I joined this business. Now, I'm one of those people who would prefer to listen to the audiobook. GoPro, your first year in network marketing, I listen to the audiobooks, even the Compound Effect, all those books, Business of the 21st Century, I listened to the audiobook because I was always very busy. I was either in my office or driving or traveling or something or sleeping or grinding. So the only time I had to read was the time I spent driving. So I'll play the audio and use it to study the book, which was okay. But as somebody who is committed to studying, I prefer to use the hard copy, take notes, mark the inside, write comments inside, take my own notes. That's how to study. Every book I have read, points to one thing. You know what it points to? It says that your personal view of yourself, the way you see yourself on the inside, affects how you begin to manifest outside. That's the most important thing. How do you see yourself inside? How do you see yourself inside? There's a short story of a business executive who used to earn about $1 million, 1.2 million naira every month in his job, which means he grew through the ranks. He grew from zero to begin to earn 1.2 million naira salary every month as a bank executive. Guess what happened? He joined our business, and in a few months, he started to earn over $1 million naira per month. What do you think happened to this guy? Before I tell you, story of another guy who has never earned any real income before. The highest money he has earned is 20,000, maybe 30,000 salary. He joined our business, but it didn't take him just a few months to start earning over $1 million every month. It took him about a year plus. Yeah, about a year plus. Why did that happen? I found out that the guy who had never earned more than 20, 30,000 before, what he did was when he joined this business, he buried himself into books, into study, into self-help, into declarations, into all sorts of things that would help him to build his personal view of himself, that will help him to grow on the inside so that he will manifest outside. So he spent a lot of time building his foundation very deep. Now, this first guy who used to be a 1.2 million naira per month person, do you know that his self-worth, his self-view of himself had already grown to 1.2 million naira? So no matter where you put him, no matter what he does, he would not earn less than 1.2 million naira for 3 months consistently. His body and soul and mind and spirit will find a way to bring him up to that level of 1.2 million naira and more. That is the power of the declaration. It helps you to boost or improve or change your personal view of yourself. I am a world leader. Imagine what you can accomplish if you believe that you're a world leader. I'm creating the exact level of my financial success. The kind of income you are earning today in this business, write it down, mark it. The income you're making today is the exact level of your financial level, your financial success, and you cannot create more than it. If you don't build your self-worth or yourself or your belief to be more than that, you can't manifest more than that. I'm creating the exact level of my financial success. Yeah. The level you are earning on today is the level that you are. It's irrelevant what your age is. It doesn't matter. But the level you're manifesting is the level that your mind has placed you on. That's your self-belief, your self-worth. So how many of you would like to increase your self-belief of yourself? How many of you would like to do that? How many of you would like to grow on the inside, very deep, so that you can begin to manifest something much greater than you ever have before? If you want that growth, let me see your hands in the comment section. Let me see your big hands in the comment section. Let me see you type out in the comment section. And this is the time. We're 3:45 now. We're almost 3:50. This is that time when the big fish who I'm sure several years ago used to be just a small fish who was not even qualified to swim in an ocean. He was only swimming, managing to swim inside small fish ponds. But now, put him in any ocean. Is it the Atlantic or the Indian Ocean or the Pacific Ocean or the Dead Sea? He will swim his way out. He will swim and colonize other fishes in that territory. Now, this person I'm talking about, you all know him. You all know him like you know money. But guess what? You don't know how much growth you are capable of. He's going to show you who you are today. He's going to show you how much you're going to grow. I'm talking about no other person than the Vision King himself. No wonder they call him the Vision King. You see, if God could show you the vision of yourself, who you are meant to be, you'll be afraid of yourself. Sometimes this man will make you become afraid of yourself because he will help you see the vision of who you're really supposed to be. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as you put your hands together and put your fingers on the keyboard and welcome. Let's upset the chat room. Let's destabilize the chat room with our audacious, ridiculous welcome for the Vision King, Ambassador, Peace Ambassador, not just Global Ambassador, Global Ambassador and Ambassador of Peace, Obianifo Isimai. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, sir. Super welcome to you. Keep those congratulations coming and do not allow that chat room to rest. Keep upsetting the chat room. That's what it's meant for. We disturb the chat room, we destabilize it because the Vision King is here. We cannot be calm. You're welcome, sir. Keep those welcomes rolling in. Keep them rolling in. If they don't roll in well, the ambassador knows that the ocean is not big, this river might not be big enough. If there isn't that much excitement, if there is no energy, if there's no power, if there's no flow to support the swimming and the floating, the ambassador wouldn't jump into this water. We're 359 now, and I guess we're getting close to the number, enough volume to accommodate this fish dive. So keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Keep the messages rolling in, and you just might get the ambassador's attention.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope we're in good spirit. If you can hear me, type 1 in the comment section quickly. Uh-oh. Okay, having a few network glitches. All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry about that delay in time. Had a very terrible issue with my system, but it's rectified now. All right. So I'm going to start. I believe we're all in good spirit. So if you can hear me, you can see my screen. Type 1 on the comment section. All right, fantastic. Okay. All right, so today we're going to dive into the Vision Business System. We're at 386. That's kind of low, but I'll continue all the same. Like they say, you can take a horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink. So you can encourage people to start this business, but you can't force them to drink from the training of and the advancement of this business. All right. So I would go ahead and start. So
this meeting is being recorded.
Yeah, today we're delving into the system, the Vision Business System to give you success. And what are the things that you need to expect as a new partner? What are the things that you need to go through? I'm going to go through that today. And it's very, very important. So please, let's pay attention. All right. All right. So I'm going to be as concise as possible because I started late, so I have to make up with it for the time I lost with you guys. All right. So purpose of VBS, that is Vision Business System, it simplifies your business, gives your new members quick involvement and participation, and gives you fast results, helps you to duplicate easier. All right. And it's very simple. There are 4 functional groups in this business, and that is how our system takes them through. So these are the things that has to get to your mind first once you sign up anybody. All right. So number 1 is the Vision Beginners Lounge. Number 2 is the Incubator Room, Vision Academy Group, and the Idol Group. I'm going to break them down individually. Number 1, the Vision Beginners Lounge or group. This is where all new members are added and basic information is given to them on how to move to the next level, which is the Incubator Group. Now, the Incubator Group, this is where new members are, for you to enter there from the Business Lounge. Remember, there are 4 groups, all right, on WhatsApp. Now, the reason why we put them in the Vision Lounge or Beginners Lounge is not everybody actually wants to make the kind of money we're talking about. Not everybody wants to be serious with the business, right? Yes, they need some push, but I've noticed that if you put people directly into the incubator group, they do nothing. It's as if you force them inside there. Some of them say, I don't want to go and read anything again, some of them. And then, yes, you want them to grow, you want them to duplicate so that you also begin to make money. I mean, I understand that, but never enter desperation in this business. Why? There's so many people who are willing to run this business, all right? Just go out and get them. So before I even continue, right? Hold on a second. Okay.
The recording has stopped.
Now, before I continue, please, I want to apologize to those who logged in on time. All right. It is not the standard that we start 10:30 or 8:30 for our masterclass. All right. Standard is we start 8 o'clock on the dot, but then it was started 8 o'clock on the dot, but the content didn't start immediately after after I was introduced. All right. So why I'm apologizing is so that you don't begin to think that, okay, this is how it is. So next time I'll log in by 8:30. That's why I'm apologizing. Okay. So please always log in on time. Again, if all of us log in on time, 400, 500, we start the masterclass almost immediately without preambles.
This meeting is being recorded.
Now, that being said, my sharing. Oh, there you go. So, new members need to make that extra decision to move to the next level, which is the incubator group. And the link will be posted in the lounge, and they must click on the link themselves to put them into the incubator group. Now, for every coordinator, for every leader, you have to have a coordinator who will be in the incubator. And your coordinators are those who are upcoming leaders. They have downlines, all right? They should be in the incubator room to, work with their downlines or work with their downlines to make sure that they graduate. Now, if you are a member, you must make sure that your new downlines enter the incubator room. It is a must, not like you have a choice on that. It's a must. So what do you do? If they don't click to enter the incubator room, you must inspire them, motivate them, push them, and let them understand the importance of the incubator room, even if they say they don't have time. You simply tell them that, hey, look, it's just a 1 week program, just for you to understand the basics. Afterwards, if you decide not to continue with the trainings, that's okay. I can also help you to run your business and make some money. But then this is very sacrosanct. And it is your duty to do that, not mine, not your uplines. Your duty, because it's your downline and you're going to get paid. I hope that's clear, right? Now, you have to complete the first week activities of the SMO, standard method operation, in the incubator group and submit to your upline leader as the new person. You are to graduate from the incubator group in 1 week, latest 2 weeks, or be removed. We flushed out people who are in the incubator group. There are different different incubator groups, all right, because we cannot carry everybody. So each leader has an incubator group. I just flushed out those who have remained in the incubator group for 2 weeks. Remove them and start afresh. It is actually supposed to be for 1 week. For some people, for one reason or another, they're not able to graduate in the first week. In the second week, they're allowed. After 2 weeks, anybody that remained there without graduating is removed immediately. Now, the reason why they have to have a landing page like the business lounge is if they're removed after 2 weeks, they will be in thin air. They're suspended. That is if there's no business lounge. So, but then if there's a business lounge where they get, just normal basic information like, hello, how are you doing? I hope you slept well. God bless you today. Just put some motivational quotes there. That's all. All right. And in the business lounge, it is also have a time that you would activate involvement, like participation of everybody that's there. The only person that can speak in the lounge is the admin. You have to mute everything so that unscrupulous and non-business minded folks will not begin to send other messages, ridiculous messages, about spamming other people, trying to get them to join one, whatever or not. Okay. Now, when they enter the incubator group, they can interact. But the essence is that they need to click and get themselves there. All right. Incubator graduation happens 9 p.m. every Saturday. All right. So your leader may have a different time. Follow the time of your specified by your leader. All right. Incubator group is sacrosanct. So if you have a downline and your downline starts, I'm going to break down exactly in the area of time frames when they have to enter any particular place. But let's finish this one. The third is the Vision Business Academy. All right. After graduation from the incubator group, request for the link to the Business Academy. As a new person, you have to request. As the upline to the new person, you also have to make sure that they have entered the Vision Academy when they must have been graduated. Now, if you're the upline, listen, guys, listen. It's your responsibility to make sure that your people graduate from the incubator group. Otherwise, they're not growing and it will affect you adversely. All right. So let them graduate and enter the Vision Academy. And the second thing to note in the Vision Academy is that you are now eligible to attend power cell trainings from Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Sometimes it gets to 8:30. But you cannot attend cell meetings if you have not graduated from the incubator group. You can't. So if you're a leader and you allow your people to begin to attend cell meetings because you want them to begin to get information as they hot, you are breaching the process of the business system, and it's tantamount to disloyalty to the system. I want you to understand that 100%. That is not because we are enforcing this system. It's not a choice. This system is by force. Yes, because people actually do not know how to decide to be successful. So sometimes you just have to force them to some extent. Now, the people who are forcing are not new members. The people who are forcing are old members who have, refused to quit. So if you have refused to quit, then you have to succeed by force. Do you understand what I'm saying? I may not be able to force a new member because I can influence the person, but for old members, it has gone beyond influencing it to enter by force. Now, the reason is this. People have started this business and immediately they enter into limbo. They don't know what to do. Nobody tells them what next to do. In fact, the upline even doesn't know what next to do with them. They just start to make 30 name lists. And you begin to call that 30 name list. But as the person is making a 30 name list or 50 name list or 100 name list, right? And the person is making that, what next? So after the name list, what next? You don't even know. All right, after they made the name list, send out them SMS to invite them to expect a call from a consultant. And then you attempt to begin to call those people. They're still in limbo. What next? They don't know what to do, but time is going. And as time goes, their interest drops. As time goes, with them not being productive or involved in any way, their interest drops. So, in the Vision Academy group, you completed 3 remaining weeks of activities in the SMO. SMO is the standard method of operation. The standard method of operation has 4-week activities. So in the incubator group, you basically deal with the first week activities. And then from your Vision Academy, you deal with the 3 remaining weeks of activities so that you can graduate and become a Kingsman. Good. The idol group. If you stay more than 2 weeks in the incubator group, you're removed and pushed into the idol group. If you stay more than 1 month in the Vision Lounge without going into the incubator group, you are pushed to the idol group. So the summary is this. If you sponsor Nkechi, these are the 4 things that's in your head. Nkechi has got to go through the Vision Beginners Lounge, Incubator Room, Vision Academy group, or boom, they get sent to the idol group. If you sponsor Chibweze, you have to think of Vision Incubator, the Vision Beginners Lounge, the Incubator and Vision Academy. If you sponsor IK, Vision Beginners Lounge, Incubator Room, Vision Academy. If you sponsor Adamu, Vision Beginners Lounge, Incubator Room, Vision Academy. If you sponsor whoever it is that you sponsor, they've got to go. So you have to have on an Excel sheet, preferably. Yeah. Why are you doing this? Oga, this thing is looking like mathematics. So this is not what I signed up for. I signed up for direct referral bonus. We'll be making 100,000. Anybody I get 100,000. That's what you signed up. Please, I'm so sorry. I don't know, maybe I cover go for me. In other words, that's my local parlance of saying, it was not properly explained to you, and I apologize sincerely to you. Can you make 100,000 naira direct referral bonus in this business? Yes. But if you want to make it without performance, that's going to be a problem. All right. But it's okay, no problem. I can solve it for you. Right? If you're here listening to me, I can solve it for you. Please, the person that introduced you to the business will help you process your products. You get your products so you don't lose money. All right, you get the worth of your product, the worth of the money you use to start a business. That is if you want to continue the business by performance. But if you don't want performance, right? You don't want to put anything and you just want to do the business. And you've been making 100,000 now, you've been making millions in the business. That cannot work in this business. However, I have an alternative for you. So if you don't want to continue the business and you want your money back, and you started yesterday or 2 days ago, all right? Now, I'm going to disregard the fact that you attended a proper meeting and you saw a proper presentation and you saw actually that there is performance involved, and yet you still started, right? I'm going to disregard all that fact. If you're like that you just want to put in your money and money is working for you without doing any work and without risk, please send me a private message. Let me go to my chat group right now, or forever hold your peace. All right, send me a private chat message that you want your money back and you want a business where you're making money without work. The truth is, there is a new MMM coming out. It's called MMM Reloaded. You put money and you get money. You don't need to work. Just put money and get money. I'll introduce you to the man that is doing it. He's going to start it very soon in Nigeria. If you're not in Nigeria, it won't work. You have to be in Nigeria. I'll give you the person's number. Don't give me money. Yeah, I will, from my own money, any amount you use to start this business, I'll give it to you, but I'll take your products. Okay. That is if they have, sponsored you already in the business, I will take your products, no wahala. But I'll personally give you the money. Just send me, I'm waiting for your private message. I'll give you the person's number. You don't need to work. You don't need to just put your money, give money and get. All right, give. That's what they do there. You give and get. So if you give 500,000, you get 1 million. If you give 1 million, you get 10 million. If you give 10 million, you get 100 million. Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, I'm not doing. I want to work for my money. All right. So, but then if that's what you want, I'm going to give you the number of the person. That's all I will do. Don't pay money to them. Don't pay me. Is that okay? Good. So I'm waiting for your. If not, hold your peace forever. Don't go and be disturbing anybody. That I don't have time. It's some of you are laughing. It is not a compliment that you don't have time and you're broke. It's not. Honestly, it's not. Do you know why? Because time is money. It means that if you don't have time, right? This is time. You're supposed to have time. But if you don't have time, it means you have a lot of money. Because you are converting all of your time to making money, because time is money. But if you don't have time and you still don't have money, you're wasting your time. I don't know if you get that. You're wasting your time. So stop saying, I don't have time when you're broke. If you don't have time and you don't have money, change what you're doing with your time, because life is one. You don't have another life to live. You can only make it count now. So change what you're doing that can begin to bring more money to you with the little time you have. Do you understand? All right, that being said, right, nobody's responding to me. I hope you're not shy. This is your destiny. Get back to me. I'll give you the person's number, and the person will soon, at least you'll be part of the first people that will start now, so that those who will start later, when the thing will freeze, at least you will have made some money. Okay? Okay. So no private message yet. All right, so let me continue then. So nobody's interested. Now, next phase is what to do when a new partner joins your team. All right. So this is what you have to have at the forehead in your back subconscious mind. You engage every new person. All right. You first of all tell them what to do. Second is show them how to do it. Tell them what to do, show them how to do it, and then let them try it in your presence. And of course, let them do it on their own. TSTD. All right, TSTD. It's very simple. TSTD. Type it on the comment section. TSTD. TSTD, right in the comment section. What does it mean? You tell, show, try, and do. Tell, show, try, and do. Tell them what to do, show them how it's done, let them try it, and then let them do it. Guys, this will save you a whole lot of stress. The problem we have is when we have new downlines, we tell them what to do and expect them to do it. Let me shock you. I have new downlines. Now, this is, no matter how intelligent you think a downline is, they can fall your hand anytime, especially when it comes to something they're not used to. So there's a script on how to invite. A well-explained script on how to invite. And I wanted this new downline to invite for the next event happening this weekend. And I told him what to do. I said, I sent him a script for this event, a particular script, well-explained script for this event. And I told him this script, you're going to use it to invite. Just follow it the way it is, and it will work for you. But because I understand the TSTD, and I decided to, the normal thing I do is I get my new people in a Zoom meeting. So leaders and members, if you're a member, you can do this for your new people. Don't wait for don't always always wait for a leader. That's why it's good to learn as quickly as possible so that you can also teach your downlines. So what I do is I conduct a Zoom meeting, a 30-minute Zoom meeting on showing them what to do and watching them do it. And they use me as a learning ground or practice ground. So I now told them, I gathered the 4 of them who just started, and I gathered them on Zoom. And I said, oh yeah, I want you, based on the invitation script I sent you, invite me for this Sunday's event. Let's do a role play. So I'm showing them what to do, right? Now I'm letting them try it, and I'm letting them do it at once. So I've told them what to do by sending them the script. Yeah, I want to show them so that they will try and then do it immediately on me. So first of all, since I've told them, let them, go ahead and try it. And one guy now sent me a script that I did not send him. He just copied, boom, boah, and sent it to me. Boom, it hit me. I said, for this event? Now that script was meant for general event, but for this particular event, there's a script I sent you. And he sent me, I don't know who sent him that script. I think it was a script they used to be, it was a script he was invited with. Guys, I need you to understand the implication of what I'm saying. This guy copied the script they used to invite him and sent back to me as prospecting to invite for the event. Meanwhile, I'd sent him a script already, but the one I sent him requires you to interact. That one was just copy and paste, boah. The one I sent him requires interaction. Because he's looking for shortcuts, he went and copied down one, boah, and sent to me. That's how it felt, like boah. I'm like, hold on a second. So that means if I hadn't done this little exercise, that is what he would have been doing for everybody in his contact. Boah, 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 boah. He will kill all of his contacts and nobody will come. And you'd be like, but I told him I'm doing everything they told us to do in this business. It's not working. My downlines are not producing that. Now you know where it's coming from. When you tell them, now this is someone that is intelligent, though. It's not like he's a school dropout. He's intelligent. He owns a business, guys. He's not here. I don't know if he's here. If he's here, he might feel bad, so I won't call his name. But he will know I'm talking about him, though. But I won't mention his name so he doesn't feel bad. I'm saying his name in public. Let me see if he's here. Maybe he is with another name. No, he's not. Because he has not graduated from the incubator group. But he can also attend Masterclass. But it wasn't sent in the incubator group, so he's not here. All right? But what does that tell you? A lot of you, not some, a lot of you will have a new downline and you just tell them what to do and you believe they will do it exactly how you said it. Never. See, it will shock you that close to 80% of your new downlines will never do what you tell them to do exactly how you want them to do it. They won't. Please, guys, explain to me why this guy would send me that message he did, that script. No, explain. It doesn't make any sense because I sent to him. If I didn't send to him, that's my fault, right? I'll own it. But I sent to him and he went to grab the one they used to invite him and send back to me. Come on, this is a different event. There are different scripts for different events. There are different scripts for different people. For your one market, cold market, and hot market, right? And yet he did that. So that means if I didn't engage him in the TSTD, right? If I didn't engage him on that, this guy would have made blatant mistakes and that would discourage him from continuing the business. So guys, are you seeing where your flaws are? So tell them what to do, show them, let them try it, and then let them do it on their own. So when they did it, I corrected them immediately. And 4 of them were chatting, the other ones were doing it correctly. But I also understood and I also learned that there was a place they didn't have to pause, but they paused, waiting for a response. But on the script, no, you don't have to pause or wait for a response. You have to continue. Okay? And because I now knew where they were going. So now, guess what? In that area where they didn't have to pause to wait for a response, they ought to have, sent is paragraph by paragraph so that it is conversational. The place, that they ought to have completed the whole paragraphs. Pardon, having some allergy. Now, because I did a role play with them, all right, one now sent me one paragraph and was waiting for me to respond, while the other ones continued. And it was explicitly said in the script that you have to continue, right? But then she was waiting for me to respond. Then I said, no, on this side, I responded, on this side, you don't have to wait for your prospect to respond. Complete continue sending paragraph by paragraph until you get to the place where you ask them, if I gave you this ticket, would you attend? So I say, oh, okay, I understand. What have I done? I've corrected that error from the source. Do you know that if I didn't do that role play, or if I don't do role plays, if I don't engage the TSTD engagement formula, I call it the TSTD engagement formula, the TSTD engagement formula. If I wasn't doing that, these people would have gone to, for this particular lady, she would send the copy and send the first paragraph, and she's waiting for them to respond. And she would send to 15 people, nobody would respond. And she'd be like, I did everything, but nobody, they are not responding, sir. And you'd be confused. And that's time wasted, okay? That's event wasted. So, but when you do this, it will take time. Even when it's just because of a 3.0 that I've gone back to the grind, though. I don't do role play. What I used to do was to teach mentor, but now I'm back to the grind. So now I'm going back. So that's why I want to teach all of us so that we're all in the same page. All right. So now I have to get back to the grind. Now you see, it's more difficult for me to do this than it is for most of you, because I have a lot of downlines that I am, trying to. Now, when you're a leader, it's not just the downlines you have, but the challenges that they go through that you have to, they have to report to you. You have to solve this problem, sort out that problem. Problems are everywhere. It will even stop you from doing the business. I'm like, whoo. If some of our downlines, I told them that, look, in the next 90 days, guys, solve your problems. I'm going back to the grind, right? Now, it can be technical and time consuming, but it is worth it, because once these people that you are bringing on board, once they know how to do this, say bye-bye to poverty, because you've duplicated yourself in them, and they will in turn duplicate themselves in others, and that's how duplication continues. All right. So engage the TSTD engagement formula. So in 72 hours after your downline start, this is what you have to do in 72 hours. It must not pass 72 hours. You can do it in 24 hours. You can do it in 30 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours. But these activities must not exceed 72 hours for them to happen. Otherwise, you have lost your downlines. Now, guys, do you know, some of you have, if you have more than 15 downlines, 15, 20 and above, and none of them is active, put it in the comment section. Put in the comment section how many of your downlines are inactive, or how many of your downlines you think are inactive. Approximately, it may not be what's the word? It may not be precise, but no, just give me a number. How many of your downlines do you think are inactive? How many of them? So let's say you have, Emma says 7. So I want you to do 7 out of what? 7 out of, so 7 are inactive out of 15 of your downlines, 7 out of 20, 7 out of 50, 7 out of 100, okay? 15 out of 200. Don't just write 1 or 2. How many of your downlines are inactive? So if you say 4 out of how many? So let's weigh and balance it and see where there's a challenge. Emma says 7 out of 9. That's a lot of number. Serena says 1 out of 13 are inactive. Serena, good job. You're doing a very good job. Very good job with your team. Very good. If it's 1 that is inactive out of 13, my goodness, you are doing a very good job. I celebrate you. If someone is not running this business part-time, how much will he earn daily? If he's not running the business part-time, time. How much will he earn? As much as he wants now. Daniel, 5 out of 7 are inactive. Ooh, that's a lot of number. What happened now? Emmanuel Gabriel, 1 out of 6. Good. 1 out of 6. Dr. Mohammed, 2 out of 10 are inactive. That's fair enough. Powerful. Good. Alex, 19 out of 23. That's high. That's high. Peter, success. 3 out of 7. It's low. It's average though. All right. Olu to 1 out of 9 is inactive. 1 is inactive out of 9. Good job, Caroline. You're doing a good job with your team. NS 1 out of 5. Good job. Damusa says 3 out of 7. Middle. All right. So that means we need to work on something with your downlines. All right. 1 out of 6. Angel, still good job. So I mean, you have 5 people still working. That's okay. 12 out of 18 on a back. Well, yes, that's high though. 12 are inactive out of 18 members. That is too high. Precious. Okay, it's too high. I'm going to tell you why it's like this. Wisdom says 2 out of 17. Powerful wisdom. Doing a good job with your team. So let me tell you guys why it's like that. For those who have, you know, Oppo says 0 out of 1. Oppo, how come you have 1? When did you start Oppo A54? How come you have 1 downline? That is weird. Oppo. That's weird. Accept the unmute quickly before I continue. When did you start the business? Hello? Are you there? Oppo A54. Are you there? You have accepted the unmute. Can you hear me? All right. I wanted to help you, but I can't because you're not responding. So I'll put you. All right. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning.
All right. By the way, what's your name, please? What's your real name?
My name is Stephen.
Stephen. All right. Next time, just put your name when you're logging in here. When did you start the business, Stephen?
January.
January this year. And you have only 1 downline.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yeah. Well, I'll do more.
You know that we're in March.
Yes, I know.
You can't win like this, oh. Oh, no. You cannot win like this. In January, you ought to have sponsored at least 2 people. In February, you ought to have sponsored at least 4 people so that your duplication will start. What are you doing with 1? No, now. Oppo, see, sometimes,
yeah.
I don't know what your challenge is, but remain in the business, remain in this training, you get to find out what some of your challenges are. But I believe 100% that your challenge is lack of belief in yourself.
No, not really.
Not really? So what's the challenge?
I believe in myself.
So what's the challenge?
You know, when you talk to people, they will say, I have a lot of people, they say, they give you, I'll pay. So I follow them, you know, systematically, like you say now. So it's not that one is not trying. You know, people, yeah, people will always tell you, I've done this thing before, this kind of thing before, this and that. But, you know, that's the problem. I have a lot of people who have, even this morning, I've invited 3 people who have interest away. They will attend this evening's presentation. 3 people just now, before as we are talking, I've sent them in. They have accepted to attend. I think that the most of them will be telling you, okay, I will look into it. I will get back to you. Somebody have even sent an account system that has not been paid. So it's not that I don't have belief. If I don't have belief, I will quit now, but I'm not going to quit. That's never win.
Okay. So if you have belief in yourself. Hmm?
Yeah.
Do you have belief in the business?
Very much.
Good. So if you have belief in yourself and you have belief in the business, how come you're not getting results?
I've told you now earlier now that this is the little challenge, but it will even out. It will even out. That's my belief. It will even out.
All right. Let me help you now.
Okay.
I'm going to help you now. Watch this. I'm going to play this video to help everybody too. I'm going to play this video quickly. Before I continue, I'll be done shortly. But let me get this video. Everybody pay attention to this video. I want you to listen to this. Some of you have listened to it. Some of you didn't download it. Some of you didn't listen to this. But I want you to listen to this. Just give me some seconds.
My mentor, one of the ways that he helped me get over my ego is he said, you need to change your self-talk. You can't say.
All right. There you go. So let me share my screen. Watch this. Watch this, guys.
My mentor, one of the ways that he helped me get over my ego is he said, you need to change your self-talk. You can't say they couldn't afford it. I want you to change it and say, I didn't show them the value. He said, I never want to hear you again say they needed to think about it. I want to hear you say, I didn't create enough urgency. If you change your self-talk, you'll change your life. This is from a great book called Resilience. While fear can often be your friend, excuses are almost always your enemies. It's not somebody out there somewhere else. We have the power.
I'm going to play it one more time. Everybody listen and pay attention one more time.
My mentor, one of the ways that he helped me get over my ego is he said, you need to change your self-talk. You can't say they couldn't afford it. I want you to change it and say, I didn't show them the value.
I didn't show them the value. So, Mr. I've forgotten your name again. What's the name again?
Stephen.
Mr. Stephen. So, Mr. Stephen, you have proven to me that you believe in yourself 100%. So I was wrong in that perception, right? Fine. Because whatever I believe is irrelevant as far as you believe what you believe. But then since you believe 100% in yourself and you believe in the business, then why are you not succeeding? And in your submission, you said, they're not starting. And this here, what you just listened to here now, was what changed my mentality forever. It's something I picked up in 2014. This concept of looking inwards for answers. Your answer is not without, is within. I read it in a book, I've forgotten that book, I think is 7 Skills of Highly, I've forgotten the exact book though, but I know it changed my thought when I read that book. It pains me, I can't remember the book I actually read it, but I established it when I went for my course in NLP, that every human being's problem, the solution is within that human being. Let me say it again. If you're a human being and you have a challenge or you have a problem, the solution is within, it's not without. It's inside you, it's not outside you. The problem you're having with your prospects is not with them, it's with you. You don't understand. The challenge you are having with your prospect is not with your prospect, it's with you. You. And that's what she said. And you change what you see. You don't see the problem with your prospect, you see the problem with you. And once you work with you, boom, it changes. And it's very simple. Instead of saying that they don't have money to start, just say that I did not show them the value enough. Because when you show people the value, they will look for the money, even though they don't have the money. Are you getting the point? The point is not they don't have money. The point is, have you shown them the value? Have you explained the value? Now, how do you explain the value? It is a skill, and that's what we have to learn. Now, the skill is very simple to learn, and it's not complicated. How you show them the value is by telling them stories of those who their lives have changed and they never believed they were going to do this business. And in what way did it change it? It changed it this way. This person got a car. This person was a secretary. Now, in doing this business, that's the value of the business in stories. Don't tell them in facts. Don't tell them, oh, if you start this business in 2 months, you make 1 million. No. Those are facts. Can you make 2 million in this business in 2 months? Yes, you can. But they're facts. Oh, in fact, everybody in the whole of the world, they're not doing network marketing kind of business. Those are facts. What they want to hear is stories. So if you also have a story, tell them your own story. Even if you haven't made so much money, tell them your own story. Start with the stories of super successful people and then share your own quick story that even though you've not made the money, but you are under the mentorship of one of the most powerful mentors in this group. And by this time next year, you will not be doing anything less than 500,000 naira every month. In fact, you'll be a failure if you're doing 500,000 naira every month. Your target is to be doing 1 million every month, and you've seen people do it in 2 years. You want to break the barrier in 1 year. All these are sharing the value from a story standpoint, because you now understand that facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. So since you understand that, don't be a man of facts in this business. In politics and all, yes, give out facts. There's a place for facts, though. But if you want to quench their hunger for questions, give them facts. But if you want to close them down to start, share stories with them. They connect with the story. They look for money and they start. Another way to also show them the value is the promo. If you don't start now, you lose the promo for life. You will lose it all. If you don't start now, you lose the mastermind mentorship. Show them the value. Make the value heavy. All right, that's another way. I showed you one way is through stories. Another way is by practically showing them what they stand to lose if they don't start now. You will lose it all. And if they say, I don't have money, tell them, what if? Because there's a close down to infuse urgency. There's a script to infuse urgency. Is in the Fast Start manual. And some of us don't go through these things. And that's why we're having challenges. Use the script to infuse urgency. They will go. When you tell somebody that, look, money is not the challenge. The challenge is that you've not seen the value that you're about to lose forever. Can I ask you a question? If there's somebody in your house that you love, who is that? Do you love anybody? Yes, my brother. What if they call you from a doctor calls you from a hospital? Now, guess what? You are sharing this as a story. What if a doctor calls you and says, hey, I'm Dr. Ibrahim. Are you the elder brother of Mr. Chidi? You say, yes. I'm sorry to tell you that Mr. Chidi is in the ICU, ICU of the hospital. He had a terrible emergency, but there's good news. Even though this is life-threatening, but if you come, if you are to report to the hospital tomorrow before 4 p.m. and pay the consultation fee of 100,000 naira, so that would immediately deliver him and operate on him, he will be fine. But if you don't do that, you may lose him. Now, this is somebody who said he doesn't have 100,000 naira to even start with 79,990. That's 80,000, the least one. So he doesn't even have 100K, Abi, since he doesn't have 80K. So that's why he can't start the business, Abi, no wahala. Now you share the story with him, and then the doctor says that he needs to bring 100,000 naira the next day for the operation to commence so that the brother will not die, the brother that you love. What would you do? Now, most of them, now you have to ask that question in a story. Just, so what would you do at that moment? And most of them will say, I better go, I'll go and look for the money. Now, you can also personalize a brother as me. What if I'm your brother? And the doctor calls you and tells you that I'm in an intensive unit. So use yourself, okay? Now, what would you do? Would they allow me to die? You say, no. What would you do? They'll self go and look for the money. So fine. So money is not the problem. Some of them will not say, the case is different. No, it's not different. Stay with me. You will not allow me to die because you love me, right? And you care because I have value. I'm valuable to you as your brother, right? That's why you won't allow me to die. Yeah. So establish the fact that the challenge is not the money because you don't have 100K, but because you're about to lose someone that is valuable to you, you went ahead to get the money to save that person. Now, IK, what you don't understand is that your finances are in trouble. You're sitting on a financial time bomb as I speak to you. IK, I just showed you a business that will deliver you for life financially, right? And you say you don't have not even 100,000 to start with the minimum. We're not talking about the 3 centers and the higher centers. You don't even have 80,000 to start the business, right? It means you're sitting on the finance. This is close. I'm closing the person down. Okay, you're sitting on the financial time bomb. Would you agree with me that after over 20 years of your life, that if you're still struggling with 80,000, how does it make you feel? So you ask it as a question, how does it make you feel? I say, not good. Fine. Okay. An opportunity for you to change this narrative forever just came and you're about to lose it. Your financial portfolio is about to die. Do you know why? This is the only business you can do without risk involved. Okay, would it be bad if you go the same way you saved your brother, save your financial portfolio now? Would it be bad to do that? He says, no, I can't do it. Your challenge is to get the money to start, secure your slot. My challenge is to help you make this money back in 29 working days. What are you doing? You are infusing urgency into him. You are showing him the value, and you are also showing him what he stands to lose if he doesn't grab the value now. Are you seeing that? Not showing them how valuable the business is, what they stand to lose if they don't start now. And
This meeting is being recorded.
that is our challenge. Last mastermind, I believe, I think it was Monday, and I shared with you guys someone, and the person started. That person was walking away from the hall. We just finished the meeting, a presentation. That person was walking away, and I summoned somebody, get him back, call him back to me. He will enter into the eternal abyss of confusion, just trying to make a decision. So I wanted to infuse urgency. It is in my, it's not he's not around because he's doing his own business. So I have to take charge of my own business. And that's how I became skilled. I had to learn to be skillful in this business. So Stephen and the rest of everybody, there's no other way. When I called him back and I made him understand that you're about to walk away from a destiny-changing opportunity. You see, this promo, you will not find it again. If the promo is removed tomorrow, it's gone forever. If you don't get the mastermind, if you don't pay now to get the mastermind slot, you will have to pay 2.5 million to get it anytime apart from today. This is an opportunity to key in. So that he went back. guys, I told you that I was going to share that story with you. He went back, he attempted to pay, it didn't go. He attempted again, it didn't go. Tried to transfer, it didn't go. And he now told me like that he doesn't know what happened, that he just couldn't make the transfer. Now, normally what happens is, if it happens, some people go home and say, thank God. God wanted to save me from this thing, and that's why my transfer did not go, right? So normally, from my experience, people don't even get to pay. They just die off. But this guy, next day, he went to the bank, made a transfer. He's in the business, 3 profit centers right now. I told you guys I'm going to give you the update. So that's the update. Eventually paid. But I believe that, to the best of my ability, that if he walks away from this, he's going to walk away, he's going to regret it. And I told him, would it be bad that I'm using the scripts I teach you guys? The closing, the magic word is really bad. If you grab this opportunity, would it be bad? They'll say it's not bad. And if it's not bad, it means that they need to start. Okay? So basically, that's what I wanted to show you. So Mr. Stephen, since your belief in yourself is high, since your belief in the business is high, you have no call to have any issues in this business. So what you now need to do, since the 2 major issues, the only thing you now need is to just improve, just work on your skill a little bit, okay? And I tell you the truth, you begin to see results. See it in your countenance, the way you speak to them, you speak with authority and conviction. Of skill. All right, I beg of you, all your abandoning them to your leader, tell them, okay, hey, you have a challenge to start. They say yes. All right. If I showed you how to get the money to start, since money is your problem, if I showed you how to get the money to start, would you start? Is that our consultants? He knows how to help people get money to start. Hook them up now. Hook them up to your upline through a 3-way call, or get them to your upline's office, your upline leader, and your upline will do the closeout for you. But it is your responsibility to make sure that you book a meeting between them and your upline. Do you understand? So don't leave them to be going like that all the time. Do your own. Let it be that you infuse urgency through your upline or whatever, and they don't start ahead. You can now follow them through. They can start tomorrow or next month. All right. So, but who is your leader, by the way, Mr. Stephen? Okay, you've muted yourself. Mr. Stephen, who's your leader, please? Are you there? Are you there, Mr. Stephen? Who's your leader? Who is your elite division leader? Do you know them? Or do you know the person? Okay. I've unmuted you. Can you hear me, Mr. Stephen? Mr. Stephen? Oh, okay. Because of the time, I can't wait. So if you are here and Mr. Stephen is your downline and you are Mr. Stephen's leader, he has spoken, you must have heard his voice. Please, or you are Mr. Stephen's upline, reach out to him. I don't want to hear stories again. Mr. Stephen must hit at least a minimum of 5 signups this month. Minimum. I don't know how it's gonna. No, Mr. Stephen, are you there? Mr. Stephen, are you there? I can hear your voice, but you're not responding. Are you with us? Are you there? Oh, well. Oh. Hello, are you there? All right, me, I don't try my best to. I've tried. There's nothing I can do again. So whoever, that's too bad. So what I wanted to do, I can't do it again. Since it's not responding, but that's okay. So we'll continue. All right. Let me share my screen and I begin to close. What you need to do once your downline starts. Okay. So let me complete that. So your first 72 hours. Well, I hope I've made myself clear on that aspect. Okay, guys. So first 72 hours, first you validate their decision. Help them know that. Let them know that they made the right decision to start. Let them also know that they are smart. Let them know that you are proud of them to start. Why? Because they are on the edge. Help them to get over it. I mean, at this point, you add them to the Vision Lounge, right? The Vision Lounge. But please, why must you validate them? Why must you let them know that they're smart for making this decision? Why must you let them know that? Because, they're in the mood of, did I make the right decision? Am I sure this thing work for me? Everybody has that. I'm telling you, even you. Some of you still have it. You still have that challenge. All right. Did I make the right decision? Am I sure this will work for me? Oh my goodness. Maybe I've made a mistake. It happens to all of us, right? But if you're still sitting on that fence, get out of that fence quickly. And let me show you why you must get out of that fence quickly. Number one, this is the most powerful business on earth. All you need is confidence boost. That's all. Don't sit on the fence. Oh, did I make the mistake? No. You can't afford to do that. Not in 2022. That there's war in Ukraine. They are bombing Ukraine. That they still have light. Nigeria, there's no war. We don't have light. This is not time to sleep. Oh. You don't understand what I'm saying? Where they are bombing every day, they still have light on the streets. They have fuel. But here, there's no war. We don't have fuel. We don't have light. And you're sleeping. Shh, wake up. This is not time to be unwary or confused about what you're doing. Let me tell you why you can't afford to be confused. Let me tell you why you have to increase your confidence in this business. Number one, billionaires recommend this business. Bill Gates said that if he's going to start again, he starts with network marketing. Donald Trump, a billionaire who was once America's president, said that if I'm going to restart, if I don't have a father who will give me money to start in real estate, he will go and start with network marketing, raise millions through network marketing, and channel the millions into real estate. That's Donald Trump for you, a billionaire, once owned a network marketing business. Robert Kiyosaki says that rich people look for and build networks, and every other person looks for a job. That's what they're saying about network marketing. Warren Buffett did not say anything. He simply started acquiring network marketing companies. These are billionaires. Yeah? That's one of the reasons why you have to be confident about this business. So I listen to billionaires. I don't listen to broke people. Who are you listening to? Number two, this is the only risk-free business on earth. Listen to me, guys. The only risk-free business with high returns. Remember that in regular business, the higher the risk, the higher the return. The higher the risk, the higher the returns. But here, there's not even small risk, no financial risk whatsoever, and yet you have higher returns. But what compensates the risk is performance through leverage. So that's why you now need to learn how to perform and leverage on other people's performances so you now have high reward. But what kills people in businesses is risk. That risk is also the same thing that gives them the high reward. But when the risk goes negative, it is devastating. And that devastation, we don't have it here. Look at what happened last year now. People that were doing regular businesses, their businesses crushed. They could not renew. They could not go anywhere. But us, we didn't have that risk on our head. It's on our company's head. All we had on our head was no risk. We just continued performing. And as we're performing, we're making more money. It's the only business. So increase your confidence. Number three, we have generated success upon success upon success for the past 6 years. So when it comes to confidence level, you must have, we're not testing the business again. We're not just running the business again. That means the business is sure and is producing. So your opinion can never argue with results. No matter the opinion you have, you can't match it with results. Only a fool argues with results. The next point is we are 1.37 billion people in Africa. And there are less than 1 million people who are active in this business in Nigeria. Think about it. Oh, you didn't understand that. 1.37 billion people in Africa, and we are less than 1 million active people doing this business in Nigeria. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, we have 200 million, in fact, 210 million people living in Nigeria. We haven't started. We haven't started. Do you hear me? We haven't started. And finally, why your confidence must be off the roof. We have the most robust and the most powerful mentorship academy in the whole of Africa. Somebody even said in the whole of the world, we have not done that research. But as far as Africa is concerned, we have the largest and the most powerful mentorship academy as a team in the whole of Africa. So why should you be less confident about the business? Why should you be afraid? Why should you be sitting on the fence? Get off that fence. Am I communicating? Because if you're still on that fence, you will not be able to help your new downlines up, because they'll see that you don't believe in the business that much. Your confidence level in the business is too low. So increase it. But in case you are still, with everything I've told you now, you're still on the fence, I ask you the question, what are your alternatives? What are your alternatives to create financial freedom without risk? Tell me now, what are your alternatives? When you get back to me with your alternatives, then I will listen to you. Otherwise, take this business seriously. Increase your confidence. You don't have any reason to doubt. You don't have any reason to fear. We've created success, so it's not going to crash. The problem that people have, oh, what if it crashes? It cannot crash. Aimglobal is the one paying us, not even us. So Aimglobal have been there since 2012. We only started in 2016. If Aimglobal was going to crash, it would have crashed a long time. Are you guys listening? It would have crashed a long time ago, all right? So these are the first steps to the 72 hours. Step 2 is you set proper goal expectations. We'll have a goal management form that they have to fill, review it with them. If they are outside your location, send a copy of the blank form, get them to print it, make a copy, fill it, and send a picture of the filled copy to you. Review their goal management, all right, or goal expectation, reviewed with them. For every person that starts, so every person, if 3 people start, do a Zoom meeting and do this training for them. Yes. And you don't have to pay to have a Zoom account. You can have a Zoom account, you don't pay, but it gives you 40 minutes. 40 minutes is enough for you to do this thing for your new people now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then goal management form is like this. You know, you can screen munch this, type it out on yourself, and then use it. It is absolutely necessary that you determine your goals and write them down. Then make sure to put them all around you, so you always remember you are always reminded of what you are working towards. Why did you start this business? What monthly income do you hope to achieve in your 3rd month and your 6th month? How much time will you commit in this business in hours every day? How many months will you commit to run this business before you stop? Be specific. Given your present circumstance, how do you want your sponsor to assist and work with you? Take your choice. Your sponsor should always remind you of your goals and targets and push you more when you feel down. Your sponsor will be 2. Your sponsor should be lenient on you and let you do things your own way, and will only communicate when you ask. Now, this is a form that members have to fill in the incubator group before they graduate. So if you're a leader and you're not using this form, you're doing yourself a great disservice. Now, if you're a member, you also have to have this form, even though they're going to fill it in the incubator group. That is for the compilation of your leader. But you have to also have this form that you're going to get, so that you have it, compiled somewhere. So every now and then you can go back to it and ask them, hey, look, you see you want to be making how much? If you're doing like this, so you can't make this kind of money. This becomes a stronghold, what you're going to use to hold them. It could be a WhatsApp message. Send it to them. When they respond to you, you start it on your WhatsApp. Just start it so you can have reference it tomorrow. So when they respond to you, start it, right? Just go and start it, or you copy it and paste somewhere on your phone, maybe on your, or you can copy it and send it to, your email, all right? Or you can tell them to send you the response on your email, so that even if they steal your phone, you can have a copy. Anyhow you want to do it, get this goal management form, all right, in 72 hours, not after 1 week, not after 3 days, not after 5 days. Step 3, get them into the incubator group within that 72 hours. You know, remember that they sent into the lounge, the business lounge, and in 72 hours, they have to enter the incubator group where they have access to QSG and IPO. And QSG is the second exposure that gives the new partner a bigger picture than what the presentation shows. So the QSG is most powerful. And it is very important that anytime you get someone to see our business, whether they start or not, let them attend the QSG. I'm saying this now, because the QSG is more powerful than the presentation. So majority of people will not start immediately. Those who start immediately are those who have seen this business before, and this, you know, that could be the second time they've seen the business or the third time, and they start. That's why they started immediately. There are exceptions to that rule, though. But majority of people that start immediately have seen it before. Then the other ones are still standing on the fence. They're trying to make a decision. Bring them to the QSG, they will decide. The IPO ensures you do a thorough job here because the IPO training lays the foundation for using our system. Have them open access or EcoBank account if they don't have one. Are you writing all these things down? This must happen in 72 hours for one person. Oh, yes. That's this step 3, okay? Send them the DTC login details via SMS using the approved template from your leader. Send them the video guide on how to log in and update their details. Log in and confirm they have properly updated their details, or you can do it for them. Updating their details, going to the DTC and putting their phone number and their location so that they can access the full DTC what's the word now? Functionality. All right, ensure they have picked up their product packs. Please, it is not in their duty to get the products, it's in your duty. So this is you sponsoring them properly. Help them to get their products. Your downline should not be exposed to going to the warehouse now. There are lots of hawks, there are a lot of eagles. Oh, sorry, did I say eagles? There are a lot of vultures in the aimglobal office. You should know that by now. Older members, safeguard your new members. They will be contaminated there. There are people that have bad belly in quote. They envy us, they envy our success. They're in aimglobal, and they want to say anything negative to your new members to discourage them. All right, and they say lots of things. And these things are not true, but your new members are new members. People, you get into the soul of people through their eyes and their ears. So when they are telling them some things like, hey, do you know what that you do? You don't know what your leaders are doing. They are using you to make money. Your new members will believe. Now, you, the old member, you know that's not true, right? Well, your new member don't know. So when your new member goes to the warehouse and they hear such things, okay. And the way they will tell it to them, you don't want to be in that arena. Even you, the old member, will begin to think twice. Maybe what they're saying is true. Maybe they are using us. But in all honesty, if we are using you, we won't be training you. Do you understand? Your subconscious mind knows that. Anybody you want to use, you can't inform the person. An informed man is a liberated man. So if I'm informing you to liberate you, how can I be using you? It's logic now, come on. We're all smart people here. So somebody who wants to use you cannot train you. They can't give you information so that they will hold you down. Because if you know, you'll be liberated. If you're liberated, you cannot be used. And that's why some pastors don't want their members to read the Bible. Because if they're liberated, they will not remain and be paying all those things that they tell them to pay. Yeah. So, but the thing is, your new members don't know this. So when they come and say, do you know that those people, they use their members, so you will not be allowed to grow. In fact, and again, another thing that will tell you is that that you can actually encode yourself. Why must they encode for you? Why must they sign you? I mean, register you? Because every new member, so let me say it now, every new member has the opportunity, I mean, the responsibility or the prerogative to sponsor themselves, I mean, to register themselves by themselves. Yeah, that's how aimglobal business system works. All right, you are not supposed to, you can register yourself, your upline can register you, all right, your upline can register you, but then you can also register yourself, right? But then the challenge there is registration is a bit technical. It requires you to get to a level of understanding in BTC how it works, otherwise you make mistakes and you flush out your points or you flush out your upline's points. Now it's even more technical, that you can easily flush out your own points. And flushing out your own points means that points give you money in this business. If you flush out the points, no money for you. So you'll be working and working and you're not making money. So what we now did is we created what is called the encoding room for leaders and those who have large members in their team. So we now teach you how to properly encode your members and put you in the encoding room so that you don't make mistakes, all right? But they won't tell you that one. All they will tell you is that, and they will not allow you to do encoding. And then your downlines will listen to that and say, okay, yes, I'm not the one doing my encoding. They're doing it for me. Maybe what you're saying is true. And tomorrow you call out your downline, he's not picking your calls again. Am I communicating? So you are in charge of your team. Guide them. Don't let them go astray. Don't let them be picked by a wolf and destroyed, because you're going to answer for that. Okay? So that's the first 72 hours. But then in the first 30 days, you must get them to fill the account linking form, then submit it on their behalf. On their behalf. On their behalf. Sorry about that. I had to correct that, on your behalf. Good. All right. Help them to do that. Now, why? So that if you help them to link their accounts, they will be able to encash. You see, that encashment, it makes something happen in the blood vessel. Get them to fill the accounting link form. Ensure they have started attending power cell meeting sessions after they graduate from the incubator group. Review their SMO checklist once weekly and guide them on the next steps. Ensure they are connected to the eligibility link. Pair team member with an accountability partner and encourage them to build a relationship with other team members. All right. And let them know it takes 5 to 10 working days to have it linked, to have the account linked. So once the account is linked and they've made money, help them to withdraw, all right, immediately. Now, once they withdraw and it hits the account, it also boosts their confidence. It doesn't have to matter how much it is, even if it's 20K, even if it's whatever the amount is, let them encash it. And that becomes an evidence that, oh boy, this thing is working. If I can encash. So they're not seeing their money just on this DTC. Even if you tell them that you're making money in business, people need to see, to believe. That's how human beings are wired. So if you tell them, don't worry, you can encash this, but they've not encashed it, they've not linked their account, it becomes a challenge for them in terms of continuous running of the business. So you need to help them link their accounts and help them to encash, let that money hit the account. Let them see, okay, this is actually real, and they'll take it more, their confidence level will improve. In the first 30 days, get them to start contributing financially towards team events, no matter how little the amount might be. Some people have this entitlement mentality. They come into the business and they feel that everybody must do everything for them, because we said that you don't need to. No, wake up, guys. This is a business. If you start a business, you have to pay for an office space. Hello? That you're providing an office space doesn't entitle you to that. We're just making things a bit easy for you because you just started. Doesn't mean that that's how it's run. You have to pay for your office space. All right? It's an incentive. Use it to your advantage, but don't bastardize it. Don't insult the privilege. So let them get involved, no matter how little, 2K, 1K, 100K. Sorry, 100K. If you 100 naira, whatever it this. Let them just be part of contribution. And guess what, guys? Not everybody will agree. And it's okay. What are you building? You're building leaders. You're not building a fully food. You're not building riffraffs. You're building leaders who are disciplined in business. And in business, it requires discipline, guys. Whether they're doing part-time or full-time, they have to be disciplined, okay? So get them to be involved financially. And because of that, I have a group of people, and they're supposed to be leaders. Listen, guys, listen. They're supposed to be leaders. And because their upline over-pampered them, their upline was paying for everything for them, everything. Now they're leaders. And there is a hall that they're supposed to pay for. They are here, all of them are here, they listen to me. There's a hall they're supposed to pay for. And some of them are still, I've not made money this year. You know, my account, what? And they're leaders. Do you know why they're doing that? Because they're used to their leader paying for them. I told their leader, if you dare, see how it's interpreted. Oh, my leader, pay for us now. After all, whatever we're doing will be counting for you. Happy? So it's as if we're even working for you. So just pay for the hall. Just pay. But we don't want to do the activity we'll invite. That bloody devil is a bastard liar. I told that leader, if you make any attempt of dropping one kobo from that new hall, I would not only disconnect you, I will embarrass you in front of masterminds. I will embarrass you in front of masterminds. All the masterminds know her, their leader. I will, as in that embarrassment, to make you stop this business. Don't pay a dime there. If they want, let them leave that hall. And that hall is in a very unique strategic place. And other members are eyeing that hall. They want to grab that hall. And here you are as a supposed leader. And you're saying, I don't have the money. Where did it start? Pampering. Too much pampering. You're asking, why should I contribute? It's business. That's why you should contribute. Let your new members know that. Don't just enforce them to pay. Explain to them why they have to pay. That this is business. Now, ordinarily, they're supposed to pay in full. But you as their leader, you're coming in, you're stepping in to make their transition from new members to old members very smooth. So, but you have to commit where your money is. Put your money where your mouth is. What you don't pay for, you don't pay attention to. We're building you to last. We're not building you to dissolve you. We are bringing expansion to you. We're not bringing bondage to you. Explain to them, and they begin to commit. Why? Because you're about to begin to build business-minded downlines from the beginning. And anybody that refuses to pay anything, it's okay, all right? But let them know that this is a business. If they choose not to contribute, now the contribution, all right, you also know your downlines. Some of them say, I don't have the money. Honestly, some of them may not have the money. But when you not come from a place of encouragement and influence, let them look for the money. How much is it? Because guys, remember please, I have seen people that went to get a job and they were on 30 days probation. In 30 days probation, you will not be paid salary, guys. But in that 30 days, you must survive. You must attend, you must get to the office. They won't give you transportation money in that 30 days probation. Some of you know what I'm saying. But yet, these are people that they don't have money. And they finally got a job. And they told them that your probation is for 3 months. After 3 months, we begin to pay you salary. And in that 3 months, you must come on time to the office. You must feed, you must eat, you must, have shelter. How did they get the money? So when you begin to give excuses for your downlines, they don't have money, you are destroying their future in this business. Yes. Those people will go look for money, borrow money to be attending office for 3 months without pay. Then after the 3 months, of course, their salary will now continue. Excuse me, how much is the salary? 30K. You don't understand. I've seen it. Not 300K, 30K. And you're here pitying people, you're killing them. Let them, no matter how little, let them contribute. You can take the largest contribution by way of helping them, and they need to understand that you are helping that set of people to work with. So that we understand. And in case you think you're working for your upline, error. Your upline must balance his business for him to make money. So you're not working for him, you're working for yourself. You're simply collaborating with your upline. So in the first 10 days, get them to encash from their DTC, no matter how small the amount is. Success, no matter how little, is a great confidence booster. That alert, no matter how little, is a great confidence booster. I've said it. Celebrate the successful completion of the SMO checklist. Your downline is now a connector or a kingsman. Add them to the 444 worksheet and run the duplication model with them. Prepare them for the next steps: leadership, rank advancement, millennial circle, and the rest. All right. And of course, plug them into the team's projects when announced. Finally, it is important you work with your connectors to the 3rd generation before you leave them. It is at this point that duplication is achieved. We have not come to the end of the Vision Business System. Do you have questions? So I finished in 10 by 10 o'clock. So do you have questions? You can ask now or forever hold your peace. Questions. Please, sir, help with previous slide. This one. This one. Please, sir, the slide before the 2 last slides. So as I said, the link of the video that I posted of the woman, I've already posted in all the groups. Leaders, please also help to repost it. I've posted it. Very important. One is salary is 20K. He connected and I asked him how his salary. He said 20K, and I told him to resign if I work with him for his first month. I will pay him his salary. The guy is still afraid. Mentality, programming is messed up. Yeah. Sir, will you provide these slides for us to digest? No, I will not. If you're not paying attention. Too bad. All right, okay, all right. I wouldn't want to be in the habit of doing that, but I will provide a slide. Now, the reason is this, because we have unstable network, so some people will be thrown out. So what I would do is I'll send the recorded version of this and send it to you. Now, I don't want to be sending slides, not because I don't want to send the slides, but I can send leaders the slide, but I won't send to you. Why? Because it will make you unattentive next time. I will be building weak-minded partners, and I don't want that. I want state-of-the-art minded partners who their mind is in the now. So if I begin to give out, what do you call it now, presentations, slides, yeah. The thing is now is that anytime you attend meeting, you just be doing other things. You not pay attention. You're waiting for the slide, and sometimes when the slide comes, you will not go through it. All right. So, but I'll send it to the leaders, and leaders will now send to those they deem fit to. Right. It will be sent out, no problem. Leaders, you can request it from your leader, and your leader will send it to you and make sure that you go through it. Okay. But I hope you get where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a place that It's how we build ourselves, train ourselves that we behave. So if I train you that, okay, I can always send you, I can always send, and that is why, haven't you noticed? I would say I will send some videos and I don't send them. Yes, it has a negative side. It also has a positive side. The negative side is temporary. The positive side is permanent. Yes, I'll tell you I'll send this video, right? The negative side is this. If I'm training you now, your mind will not be there because I would always get the video. But here's the problem. The problem is that there will not be time for you to watch that video at that time, because this is the time for you to watch the video, because the video is happening real time, okay? If you miss this time, in your subconscious mind, it's as if you're wasting time tomorrow watching this same content that you attended to. You would rather use that time to do other things to prospect. You will never get the patience to sit your butt down to go through that video. I've seen it happen over and over again, right? But the long-term effect, if I don't send those videos, is it will not make you to sit up. Anytime there's you sit up, you carry your pen and paper and you're writing, that makes you enter into the realm of the now, and your productivity level, boom, skyrockets. Oh, I'm coming. I want to show you something. And once your productivity level skyrockets, you become a man of now. You don't procrastinate. And once you don't procrastinate, you begin to get more results, right? However, there are also issues of, someone entered the class and network threw them out. I understand that part, right? It's quite unfortunate. It's called collateral damage. It's called collateral damage. Yeah, it's not everybody that it happens to, but if it happens to, I'm sorry about that. It can be remedied, all right? The videos will be out much later. The videos will be out much later, but not immediately, because there's something I'm working on in the psyche of everybody to get us to know that if I miss it now, I'm going to miss it all. So we sit up. And if we are men and women that sit up for the now, our productivity will go up. That's what happened to me, all right? And I also know that I understand that some of you want to go and digest the information. I understand that. Please don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that I can't send but understand where I'm coming from, okay? So the leaders will have it though, and if you request for it, so it will not come based on request. Take for instance, this video I played, I sent it to the groups. And some people are in those groups and they still did not watch it. But somebody is now requesting for it, even though I sent it to are you understand what I'm saying now? So when it's sent like that, when after that I send it, it's free. People will not watch it. But I will still send it, but request from your leader. When you request, that means you are ready to have it. So it will not just be sent, just like that. Okay? So let me see if there's any question. Okay, some questions have gone, so let me just go back. So I'm just going to answer questions in the next 20 minutes and we're done. Okay. I missed it. I have to go back again. Okay. So William says, please, sir, I want to ask, is it proper for me to lend money for my prospect who is interested for the business? Nehi, no. Period. No, don't lend money to anybody. Put your money where your mouth is. If they don't put their money in the business, their heart will not be in the business. All right. And you will be the one to suffer it. But there's a way you can also do it. If you know they are struggling financially, come halfway. Let them look for half of the money, you give them half. So at least their money is already in it, but don't give them everything, all right? And don't lend them money to pay you back. It backfires. Yeah, they will not pay you back and they will not do the business because they don't have the mind to let you know that they haven't made money in the business and they can't pay you back. So they stop doing the business because they don't want to see you to be reminding them of the money they're owing you. All right, so you lose both ways. It doesn't work. But influence them and encourage them to know why they have to. Instead, and that is what happens when we lack the skill to close. We want to make it up with money. Money is not actually everything in this instance, right? You need that skill. If you work on your closing skill, they will look for money and start. Instead of you would, and then when they start, they will take it more seriously because I mean they borrow the money. They will take it more as against you giving them money to start. They won't take it that seriously, all right? But they've started though. But then will they continue? Story for another day. If he says, I registered since early this month and I don't have access to my downlines and I'm yet to get my products. You don't have access to your downlines? How do you mean? I don't understand that. You don't have access to your downlines. Have you signed up downlines? How do you mean you don't have access to your downline? You're not got to your products. That one is understandable. Get back to leader, please, today and find out why you've not got to your products. Products are coming, depending on where you are though. Products have entered some aimglobal RCs, or what we call warehouses, depending on your region. But in Abuja, they've not gotten yet. I think Port Harcourt also is coming this week that we're entering. All right, so just be patient, Mimi. But what do you mean by you don't have access to your downloads? I don't know what that means. Your downloads. Why shouldn't you have access to them? All right. He says, Ambassador, thanks for your understanding of the network of boundary trades for now. Diligence pays, lazy students no go escape consequence of excuse. Yeah. Sir, please, I was seriously disrupted by poor network and a family challenge. Is there any way to help me? Okay, yes, I can help you. Buy a better network in your area and pray for family challenge to stop. Amen. Fast and pray. The family challenge will stop so that you stop missing out on your network, on your trainings. Joseph said, thank you, Ambassador. Really got value. How do we help a partner who finds it difficult to finish the SMO? First of all, there's a limit to how much you can help someone to advance. So, but that is why we now want to be celebrating new achievements, people that hit new ranks. We would have done it today, but we're going to do it within this week so that people will see that others are also rising the ranks and they want to do that as well, right? But once the person has graduated from the incubator group, right, you can push the person to graduate from the incubator group, and then you can use incentives, all right? I can't do that incentive for everybody. So, but as a leader, you can use incentives, all right? If you finish the SMO, you get this. If you finish the SMO, you get this. Incentives. People like incentives, and then it becomes a challenge. Everybody, boom, they begin to, strive to finish the SMO because it's very important if you want to build leaders. 2, how about those who have finished the SMO and finds it hard to continue the business? Why are they finding it hard to continue the business? Have they hit their mark in terms of financial gains? All right? Have they hit their mark? That amount they said they want to be making every month, have they hit it? If they've not, all right, because they can't start the business after finishing the SMO. There are ranks to fill, which gives you access to more money, all right? So why are you stopping at SMO? He's like, you tell them that they're stopping at primary 1. There's primary 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So why would you want to stop in primary 1? You won't graduate, you won't have your degree or certificate. Here, you won't have your financial freedom because you just quit in primary 1 or stopped in primary 1. Paris says, so will there be a new qualification to advance in ranks due to the increase in the new compensation plan and the addition by Ambassador Mike for the qualification on the connector? Oh yes, that will be displayed today. Frank Omega, so I only have 3 active persons out of 10 signups, and now I have some challenge working with some of my downlines. So how can I change that, sir? So the answer is within you. Why are you having challenges working with them? What do you think the challenge is? I mean, I'm not in your business. I don't know that. You have that answer. So when you know what the challenge is, then what do? Boom, you correct it. That's all. So it's a challenge that you don't know how to go. Out of what I've trained today, you should know. I mean, come on. I mean, you're intelligent, for crying out loud. You should know where your problem is, okay? I don't need to spell everything out because honestly, I don't know how you handle your downlines. I don't know how you, I mean, do you get them started in 72 hours? Do you get to show them what they need to do within 30 days? Do you put them into the incubator group and they graduate, right? Do you follow all these processes? If you don't, go back and begin to follow, because, and the reason I asked that question, how many of your downlines are inactive, is any new person that you sign up and they don't know what to do within 72 hours, their interest level drops from 90% all the way down to 70%, or no, drops down by 70%, meaning that it was 90% before, now it is 20%. Their interest in the business drops to 20%. It was 90 before. For some, it was 100 the day they saw the business. The next day, it dropped to 90%, their interest. After 72 hours, it drops to 30% interest that they have in the business. And once the interest begins to drop like that, it's hard to bring it back up again. So that's why you now have them, they are not doing anything. They're just there. The interest level is almost zero. But, you know, they've paid money, they study. Some of them, instead tell them, come and collect your products, they're not going. Why? 72 hours passed and they did not know what to do. Their interest level crashed. Frank, I hope you got something from there. So says, Ambassador, there's a downline of mine who is a pastor. He borrowed money from his church to start the business. And since he joined, he's been able to get 2 people connected since then. He always complains that he doesn't have time, yet he always on my neck telling me how the church is in him for the money he borrowed. I told him to create time for discussion to help him work on his business so that he can pay back. But he's not responding to the activity calls. So please, how do I handle this? Keju, the problem that most of us have is that we want to handle problems ourselves. In this business, you can't handle all the problems yourself. Escalate it. Escalate it. Get your leader involved. Tell your pastor, okay, I'm going to show you how to run this business in a flexible manner. All right, I'm going to hook up with my elite vision leader or my vision leader. All right, he has helped a lot of people who are going through your case. So you call your leader, tell them about the challenge. Then your leader gets a solution and fixes the time. Okay, let me talk to him at this time on a 3-way call or on Zoom. And then your leader closes down. That's simple. You are trying to be the one to make your pastor walk. Your pastor is seeing you. He doesn't see you finish. Maybe you know him, but he doesn't see you finish now. Do you understand? So once that see finish enters, there's little or nothing you can do. So get another external person involved, and they would have some belief over that external person, and they want to, act on that. So that's what you're going to do to KG. Stanley says, thank you, Ambassador. My question is, in respect to those sent to the idol group, what do we do to keep them warmed up? Nothing. They want to be idle. They're idle. They're going to probably stay there forever. The group is, we post the results, we post, testimonies. When we launch cards, we'll post it. Click on the incubator group too. Do you understand? I am also using this medium to appreciate my team leader, Mr. Ifeanyi, for his encouragement. Fantastic. It's good to appreciate the people who have been sown into your lives. Man, it's not easy, oh boy. Leadership ain't easy, but it's worth it. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Trust me. If I come back to this world again, if there's anything higher than leadership, I want to be there. But time See, life is fun when you're in activity, when you are doing stuff, and you're seeing the stuff you're doing, you're getting some result. This one, and let me go and sleep, let me not do anything, you wake up. It's good though, but to me, it's something I need to do for a period of time, but not for the rest of my life. I'm sleeping, I'm waking up, I enter jacuzzi. No, that's a boring life. You sleep, you go have breakfast, somewhere in the Bahamas, and then you go back again and sleep. You watch Netflix, you wake up, there's money, you go and come back, you rest, you drink. All right, for those who drink, you go. Man, that's mundane. That's not challenging. That's not fun to me. I don't know. For some of you like that, but is that really fulfilling? I don't know though. Okay, my honest opinion, right? Because some of you would say something different. You probably argue with this. But there's nothing wrong chilling. But chilling for too long, it becomes boring, right? It becomes boring. So that's why I'm going to end it. Okay. So if you're in this business, you don't want to do anything, you just want to chill, it's boring. It is. And then how can you help people in a boring state? Nahi, that is not my calling. And I'm sure that's not anybody's calling though. It's the flesh. The flesh wants that, but purpose doesn't want that. The flesh wants to relax, have fun every day, all day, every day, club all day, every day. But purpose doesn't want that. But flesh will always win over purpose. If purpose is not disciplined, flesh will win. Flesh will win all the time. All right. And if we live in the flesh, we can fulfill purpose. So this will help us enter into the purpose realm. But the beautiful thing is when you walk in purpose over a period of time, so you don't see it as work again, you see it as you see it as lifestyle. So to me in the business, I finished from the office around I think around 15 minutes after 12 midnight. I was in the office. I was making a video. Some of you are going to see that video. In fact, my wife was even calling me. She called three. It was when I got to my 3 missed calls. I'm like, whoa, oh boy, this is now waiting the cost wahala for house. Because I was using my phone to make that video, and I put it on silent so that I won't get any disturbance. And of course, the mistake I also made was I forgot to tell her that I was going to stay till that time. Yeah. But that's how, and then when she was disturbed, because I didn't pick the call, so I knew that she was disturbed. I said, okay, no, I'm fine. But that's a sacrifice. But you see, to me, it's not work. It's a lifestyle. To you now, you think, hey, boss, they work. Oh. In the beginning, it was so, but now it's a lifestyle. So what I now try to balance it, because this is a lifestyle, I can get overwhelmed, I can forget myself in it, right? And that's what happened yesterday. So next time, if I'm going to, stay that long, I have to tell my partner. And I'm also telling you, because don't go and say that boss does it too, and you now do it irresponsibly. If you have a partner, you need to carry your partner along, because your partner cares for you. So if you're in trouble, your partner needs to know that you're in trouble and needs to know how to get you out of that trouble, right? So if you put your partner in the dark and say, it's my lifestyle, I'm working to make money, after all, boss does it, before you use me as a bad example, I beg, balance it out, please, okay? So in my error, that was a great error, and I apologize. And she was happy. She was, first of all, happy that I was okay, all right? Because anytime I'm going to stay late, I tell her. So she's cool. But that yesterday, I didn't. And it entered my head. But then I was productive. At least I was able to do what I wanted to do. I finished the video. And some of you are going to see that video. It is it's for the incubation graduation. Every incubation graduation, you play that video, starting from this Saturday. You play that video, all right, to boost people, your new inductees' confidence to the highest level. All right? So That's how the game is played. Elby says, if a downline has completed, abandoned the business, and you keep following up on their contacts, if any of them signs up and you contact them, but they still won't budge, who get the direct referral bonus? Now, my brother, get the direct referral bonus now. What are you talking about? You've done your part and they didn't get yeah. But as far as you've spoken to their upline, who is not, doesn't want to do the business again, right? And you've spoken to the upline, and the upline says, I beg, I'm not interested, or giving you a negative vibe, right? Now you have to be very careful. Some of us might want to be smart. It can backfire. Yeah. I attempted to, such a thing happened to me in 2018. And this downline, but the downline was neither here nor there. Today she's in the business, tomorrow she's not in the business. So she brought someone to me, and I was closing this person down, closing this person down. I did a lot of work. Eventually, I was closing this person down. I now found out that the person has contact with some high-profile people. So in my head, I was like, okay, how I'm going to connect this person and be the sponsor. Thank God, the other person called me. When that guy said he was going to start, he connected with her that he wants to start. Then that person, my downline now, wrote me and said, so I hope you know that I'm the sponsor. But honestly, I have to be very frank. In my head, I have sponsored this guy. And I gave her the sponsorship. That's my downline that is inactive. All right. I gave her the sponsorship. But today, because of our inactivity, that guy stopped the business with all the work I did. Okay? With all the work I did. It was painful, but on the side of caution and integrity, if I had done that, if I had taken the sponsorship, that's when she will not come and say, hey, that's what they do. This is someone who has not been active. She will now tell everybody how wicked I am. I'm taking her sponsorship, and you're like, but you're not in the business. Do you understand all those technical things? So you have to be very careful that you make sure that they're not in the business. They said no, they don't do the business. They leave me alone. Okay? So once that is established, then you can take the sponsorship of that person. But still sign the person up under them. Or sign their contacts under wherever is going to pay you, as far as they have established the fact that they're not going to do the business. But if you ask my opinion, if you take the sponsorship, put their contacts under them. If you ask my opinion, all right? Because they might wake up tomorrow. That's the honest truth. That they're dead today doesn't mean, because if they wake up tomorrow, they don't have to pay to start again. They just start from where they stopped. Okay? So just for future occurrences, stopping all those wahala, sign them up under. But finally, I would prefer a scenario where they understand that you will take the sponsorship. So this is what you're going to do, Eddie. If they confirm that they're not going to do the business, tell them, okay, do you know what? So that they will give you some more contacts. Tell them, do you know what? All right, I'm going to use my money to make calls for you. I'm going to use my resources. I'm going to bring out money. I'm going to sacrifice money. I'm going to talk to your contacts. All right. And if they start, I'll put them under you. But just to compensate me, I'll take sponsorship. If they agree, you continue. If they don't agree, all right, you push them a little bit further. Tell them, hey, guy, you don't want to do the business. I'm going to do the business for you. I'm going to do the follow-up. You'll be making money from the business, matching bonus, all right? But the sponsorship will give me the money to take care of all the expenses I'm doing. This is me trying to help you. I'm going to do everything for you. But all I'm asking is give me the sponsorship so that I will make that direct referral bonus to help me sort out all this. It makes sense now. Abi, you don't want to do the business, but you'll still be making money in the business. Let me have the sponsorship. I'm just, okay, all right, no problem. Take the sponsorship. Once that is established, it is on record. So that when they wake up tomorrow morning, it will not be an issue for you. This business is very tricky, and you have to work it so, but if you do all the work, they're going to make money, no problem, but you're still going to make money, all right? And with the sponsorship, that sorts you out. So how can I help my downline who wants to break from the business due to her husband's concerns towards her health early trimester? Step in pushing out contacts to you. Contacts, follow up, contact, just because that's what you need. Without her in the business and you have her contacts, let her open her contacts for you. What are you talking about? So after she gives birth, tell her that I'm going to take over your business. I'm going to sacrifice for you. Don't worry, you're my downline. I'm going to sacrifice for you. I'm going to do that for which trimester now? So I don't know how many more months that is to delivery. So calculate how many more months that is to delivery, and then you tell her I'm going to work for you for the next 5 months or 6 months. That's what you can do. So the person will appreciate you. Ambassador, there are some of our team members who have long finished the incubator activities and have not been graduated. They have been removed from the incubator platform. What can be done? Put them back in the incubator graduation and inform if they've completed the incubator activities. Inform your leader. The problem is that you don't inform your leader. And informing your leader is not sending them SMS. You keep sending them SMS until you get a response, because your leader also has other things. So they're kind of their head and mind is in everywhere. So you keep reminding them until they take notice of what you're saying and then effect it. All right. So you inform your leader, get the names back to your leader. If they finish the activities, send the activities, and then they will be part of those who would graduate. And once they graduate today, they will be pushed to the academy. It is your responsibility. There's a teammate who, Perez says, there's a teammate who didn't want to do the business after her mom signed her up. And now after encouraging her to do the business, her mom doesn't even permit her to do the business, which she now wants to do. So what do you want me to do? She should have to convince her mom that this is what she wants to do. Mama, give me your blessings. This is what I want to do now. Jode says, when a new person sign up into my business, can I play the QSE video for them? And also IPO says I'm not so good in doing the presentation yet. Yeah, you can. We have QSE presentations on time by 2 p.m. If you want to play the video, that's fine, but make sure that they enter the incubator group. And you follow them and make sure that they graduate in 1 week. It's not that you dump them in the incubator group and you abandon them then. Make sure they graduate and you put fire on their bomb to make sure that they do the activities to graduate. If I says, I have a prospect who isn't so financially buoyant but willing to run the business. Her mom gave her the consent to go ahead, but won't support her with the money to get started. Is there a way I can help her? Because I know she's really interested and has even gone all out to make some part payment. And like I said now, if she comes halfway, you come halfway. All right. And for such a person, start her up with Student Park, 49,990, not 79,990. 49,990. All right. Start her up there. Because if she sponsors somebody with mega VAS, she will still make 150K. Yeah, with the Student Park. So at that point, she can now upgrade, but for her to upgrade, she must upgrade with 79. She cannot upgrade with 49,990. She will now have to upgrade with the minimum of 79,990. Do you understand? But she has made the direct referral bonus, so she can afford to upgrade. All right, so the last question is, I always, one who paid half payment can join Masterclass meeting, yes. And good news for those born in March. We're celebrating you. I don't do this often. Pardon me, guys. When I remember, I do that. but I think it's going to have to be a culture. I want to celebrate all those born in March, and I use somebody as a point of contact. Pere is today is his birthday. Super congratulations to Pere. Pere, where do you have your picture here? Yeah, put your video on, Pere. Congratulations. Where is he? I can see him. I can see him. Well, congratulations to you and to happy birthday to you and all March babies. Oh, there you go. Perez there. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. And many more years to come, and use you as a point of contact to all March babies. Happy birthday to all of you. For those who are born in 1st March, 3rd March, 4th March, happy birthday. 5th March, happy birthday. And all the March babies, happy birthday. This is just the beginning of wonderful things to come. Please, I'm so sorry. If you're born in February, we didn't do this for you. If you're born in January, we didn't do this for you. But don't worry. At least you celebrated that birthday and was fun. All right. I wish you happy birthday in arrears. January babies, February babies. We celebrate you. We see you. And we wish you the best. And again, for March babies today, happy birthday to 5th March babies, and of course, March babies in entirety, using Perry as a point of contact. God bless you guys. Happy birthday once again. All right, so this brings us to the end of today's masterclass. So I hope you got value. All right, I hope you got value. And let's see. This will be the beginning of a new change for you. Okay, so I've taken most of the questions.
All right, everyone. Fantastic master class there. Great opportunity for us all, for everybody, especially the new people, to understand what we do now, to understand how everything works together to create a system. You see, without a system,